Okay, pause right there. What's happening is crucial. Evelyn Smith is being sworn in, which means everything she says from this moment carries legal weight. Notice how the judge ensures the oath is properly stated. That's not just formality. It's the foundation for truth in court. And with that, things are about to get emotional because what comes next isn't just testimony, it's a window into a family caught in a legal storm.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
State your name,
What's your name, please?
Evelyn Smith.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand and just state your name again for the record.
Evelyn Smith.
All right, defense.
Ms. Smith, on or about the 24th of May, did you have a conversation with Ms. Valadez?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did she call you directly that day?
Yes, she did.
Did she call your husband that day?
No, she didn't.
All right, did your husband talk to her that day?
We were on speaker.
So he was on speakerphone, but the conversation was with you?
Yes.
Okay. What was the nature of the conversation?
She basically said that it was tampered with. She said, I answered and she said that he had removed it. I was looking at him to where I said, I'm here. He's right. He's right outside. I can see him. It hasn't been tampered with. What is it that you want us to do? She said, well, maybe he moved it, tapped on it or something. I said, let me check. We're here. It hadn't been moved. I put him on speaker. He's like, nothing's wrong with it. I haven't done anything to it. I asked her if she wanted to call me from her cell phone so she could FaceTime so we could see the monitor. She said she would call me back, which she did call me back 10 minutes later or so. And she said, you're going to have to come to San Antonio. I said, is there any way you can give me about an hour or so because we need to get things together, take the dogs to their place to stay for the night or somebody to take care of it and to take care of things here. She said, no. She said it has to be done right now. I said, is there any way? I mean, you can give me some time. I really need to get things taken care of. I haven't even clocked out of work. I work from home. I need to clock out of work. I need to do things. And she said, no, that somebody was going to be waiting at the jail for him. And I said, look,
You can really feel the pressure here. Imagine being told to drive hours across Texas, under financial strain, with a sick husband and family depending on you. She's pleading for time, but the system doesn't wait. What would you do if you were in her shoes? Risk a warrant, or push your loved one through that drive? Let me know in the comments, because this is where humanity clashes with procedure.
honestly, we were just in San Antonio yesterday. We're going through a financial situation. It's really hard for us to get things done and get everything going right now. I said, if you can give me some time, let me figure things out. She's like, I don't have time. I said, can I call you back in 5 minutes? She's like, I don't have 5 minutes. He needs to be here. I said, she recalls I started hyperventilating. It was just too much to where I couldn't talk to her. And she was just like, okay, he needs to be here. I'm sorry. And if he's not here, we're going to set out a warrant for his arrest. But he needs to be here. Somebody's going to be waiting for him at the jail. He has until 8 o'clock. And I tried to figure things out as soon as I hung up with her. And we called the attorney. And that's what led to us believing that it would be okay if he didn't go. We were not going to make it. We were not financially stable at the moment. It's really hard for us to travel. It's really hard for him to travel with his condition. And I try my best. I'm his caregiver as well. So I try my best to talk to her all the time. I communicate with her. I email her. When we were here in court last Thursday, she was emailed explaining to her she could extend until 4 or 5 o'clock. She agreed. She emailed me back right away. Our communication is a little bit better because I'm more understanding and I try to de-escalate situations. But that was a situation on Friday. We couldn't just pick up and leave and drive 3 hours to San Antonio. I also take care of my father who was sick. And it was a matter of having to get my sister to go, having somebody stay there with him, having my 16-year-old son be okay at the house by himself. somebody to take care of her dogs. It was a lot at once, and I just couldn't stop.
You offered to show her, Miss Valdez, the ankle monitor on FaceTime
Yes,
that
I
she
did.
could see it,
I did.
and she declined.
Yes, she said, "I'll call you back." That's what she told me that I had to come. I did take video and pictures that are time-stamped on my phone, showing the device all around because I knew that it might be a problem if we didn't make it. So everything is time-stamped on that. We tried calling the company itself as well.
All right. State, any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. You said your husband has a condition that it's difficult for him to travel. What is that condition?
He has GI problems to where he's unable to move his legs sometimes. So it's hard for me to get him in a car, or sometimes if he gets so swollen in his legs and his hands in the road that we have to stop several times because he gets a pain. He had a fistula removed, so he gets a pain on his left side. So we stop frequently in our drives because he needs to stand up, walk around for about 10 minutes, get back in the car. It's a whole process when we have to travel like this.
Ma'am, have you, all these medical conditions, have you given those paperwork and all that information to your attorney?
No, we have never been asked.
Okay,
for that.
thank you.
Mhm.
And these are all service-related injuries.
Yes, the GI.
All right. So you're saying that you were informed by the officer for him to report at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm assuming the jail is open 24/7. All right. And then you're saying that you were given until 8 o'clock?
She said there was a tech that would be waiting for him until 8 o'clock only. She did say something about maybe a 30-minute waiver to make sure that we get there. And I did tell her, like, right now, even if I try to make it by 6, it's going to be very impossible. She can testify to how I was trying to work things out and trying to make it work, but we couldn't come to an agreement.
And that's when you called me and said that it would be impossible to make it there by 8 o'clock.
All right. So are you the person who picked up the phone and told the officer that the defense attorney said not to travel to San Antonio?
No,
All right. So who is the one who told the officer that?
we never talked to her again after that. We got a call. I want to say it was around a little bit before midnight from another officer. And she asked if she was following up. She was very kind. She was following up saying that she was just wanting to know if we were going to make it, to where I told her we thought we had until 8 o'clock. We talked to our attorney and he said that I informed her that we were going to make it. I put my husband on speaker just so that she could talk to him, and she did. And she's the one that asked him if we were going to make it. And he said we were not going to be able to make it.
All right, so let me-
Everything.
Let me backtrack a little bit.
Mhm.
All right. So you're saying that another officer called you. And what did that officer say? Hey, you need to come in?
No, she was just following up. She just said.
All right. So your answer to one of the things you stated, and if I heard wrong, let me know. You said that you were speaking to this other officer and you said, I thought we had until 8.
Yes, I told her, I said, she gave me a timeline. She said that I had to be there until 8 o'clock.
All right. So again, we're back to this question because this statement came somewhere where it says the defendant stated he spoke with his attorney and would not be traveling to San Antonio for device inspection.
Mhm.
So did they, and nobody's going to get into, the attorney's not going to get in trouble here. I'm just trying to get to
Right.
what advice was given. So my question is, did you or your husband inform either Officer Valadez or another pretrial service officer that your attorney said not coming to San Antonio?
Yes.
All right. So why did it take so long for me to get that information? So are you the one who told the officer that the attorney said you're not coming to San Antonio?
Yes.
All right. Any other questions?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, any other witnesses, defense?
I have no other witnesses, Judge.
All right, State, are you gonna call the officer?
Yes, well, the state calls for some, Valadez.
All right, any objection to her appearing by Zoom?
None, Your Honor.
State.
All right, Officer Valadez, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Just make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name for the record.
Priscilla Valadez.
State.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Valadez, on last Friday, on May 24th, after 4 o'clock, did you speak with Mr. Smith?
Yes, I did.
And did you also speak to Mrs. Smith, his wife?
Yes, I did. They were both, the phone call was on speaker. I could hear Mr. Smith on the other line, on the other end of the call.
And can you please tell the court and the judge what that conversation pertained to and why you contacted those individuals?
Yes, so I had received a strep tamper alert from Sentinel Monitoring System, which is the GPS device company, about 4:13 about a strep tamper. I had called the defendant's wife, which she's put on speaker, to speak with the defendant if he had cut off or tampered with the device. She says that he was working outside on his car and might have tapped it on something. Confirmed it with the defendant. He said no. I said, regardless, he would need to come into to San Antonio to get the device inspection, which is a part of his GPS contract. When he is getting released from the jail, he signed off on conditions. I can read it to you right here. I understand and agree that I may be required to report to pretrial services or Central Magistrate Booking Office for equipment inspections. Inspections are a discretion of Sentinel or pretrial, may occur anytime of the day or night, and may result in loss of work. So I had given them, I know that they live in Eagle Pass and it is quite a drive away. Unfortunately, since he has an open case in Bexar County, there's no other Sentinel monitoring system close to where he resides, so he would have to make the trip. I had informed the defendant's wife and defendant, and the defendant, I could hear him on the other end saying, no, he's not going to come in. He was just here at court the other day, and he said a curse word and said no. He said the F word and said no, he's not coming. So I had told the defendant's wife, I understand money issues, anything that's happening, but I'm following protocol and my supervisor, and we need him to come in. So I gave her a time period between, since they live like 3.5 hours away, I gave him until 8 o'clock, which is 4 hours. That's more than enough time. I had informed her that if he does not show up, a warrant will be issued due to his violent charge. And there's nothing, I mean, he would have to come in.
And with Mr. Smith's device, is there any other special conditions or anything associated with him personally, like medical? Have there been any medical records or paperwork turned over to you?
Since I've been transferred over from Officer Hudson, since he's been on my caseload, he has not once mentioned doctor's appointments or any medical issues. I know that he had explained that he served in the, like, he's a veteran and he has issues going on. But he's never once mentioned to me that he's having a rash or anything in regards to irritating his skin for his device or anything like that. Because if he did bring that up to my attention, I would have informed him to come in so we can get the technician to switch it over to the other leg or do what we can to subside that, what's going on with the skin and the device itself.
And just actually going towards I know Eagle Pass, like you said, I think it's about 3 hours plus away. Is it common when you have a tamper with one of these devices that you ask anybody, for that matter, that's on GPS to come in so it can be inspected?
Yes, it's protocol. Like I had mentioned, it is a part of his GPS contract. And if he refers back to the GPS contract that he signed when he was being released, it states there that he may need to come into pretrial services or the magistrate booking for equipment inspection.
And I mean, and with these devices, I think you heard earlier, he testified that he's getting calls at 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning. Is that something that happens, or is that a common occurrence also?
It does occur sometimes at night just to make sure that we can confirm where he's located with the device and just make sure we're doing our job to follow up on regards to his location.
And
And it
so,
does, I'm so
go
sorry.
ahead. Sorry, you can finish.
It does occur with GPS monitoring system. It does happen.
So in this particular case, it's not anything outside the norm, meaning that it's normal for them to get these calls. It's normal for him to be asked to come in. Is that correct?
No, it's not a norm. It's totally normal in regards to having the device on.
Okay, thank you. We'll pass the witness.
Ms. Valadez, do you have his file in front of you?
I do.
How many GPS devices have he had on since January?
So far, since from my caseload, he has had one device being switched out, and this would be the second time that I would have the technician look at his device and have it switched out again.
Okay, so actually there's been 3. Is that not correct?
I only have 2 on record.
Okay. Do you have Miss Hudson's file there in front of you? The previous
Yes.
pretrial? Did you see the email she sent to me and concerning the health issues with Mr. Smith?
Let me look back at his file. One moment. I do have an email in regards to his mental health that she has sent to you. Nothing in regards to medical, physical.
Did you have an occasion to meet with him and talk to him about that? You knew he was a disabled vet, did you not?
Yes, I was aware of it.
Okay, and you didn't bother inquiring whether or not, what his conditions are or what his infirmities are?
No, I have spoken to him in regards to his conditions. When court was done on the 24th, I had informed him of going from full house to partial. Per pretrial, he's only allowed to go to attorneys, pretrial, bail bonds, medical purposes only for himself, court, and work related.
Okay, so you were familiar then with his medical issues?
In regards to his mental health, yes, but he has never once informed me in regards to going to appointments or anything like that.
Okay, but you didn't bother inquiring about that, did you? Knowing that he was a disabled vet?
Does not fall under my discretion in regards to his mental health. If he needs to be referred to the mental health court, that is your responsibility to refer him and get evaluation.
Ms. Valadez, did you have a conversation with Ms. Smith concerning asking for additional time to come to San Antonio because they had to firm up some family issues and
So I had
house?
yes, so I had informed her that I gave her more than enough time, gave them more than enough time. I gave them 4 hours, which is 30 minutes more. And I had informed her that unfortunately he's not able to do the errands that she needs to do prior to getting him to pretrial services for her to do what she needs to do, and then as soon as possible come to pretrial services as soon as possible. Like he needed to be on his way. But
Okay.
when
Just-
the on-call, I'm so sorry. When the on-call officer had reached them, he had stated that you told him not to come. So I've had this issue where you're overriding my position and you're telling him things that should not be, that should be disregarding what I'm saying, and I'm just doing my job.
Ms. Valadez, you called him at 4:45 on Friday afternoon, right?
I caught him around right when I got the alert. I caught him. It was at 4:13, 4:14. I caught him as soon as I got it. So it was around maybe 4:16, 4:18 in that time frame.
And you told him he had to be there by 8 o'clock?
I gave him from around to 8 to 9 o'clock. I told him that the technician will only wait so long. If he does not appear, a warrant will be issued due to his aggravated assault case charge.
Okay. And how long does drive is it from Eagle Pass to San Antonio?
I know it's
All
around
right, so
3.
let me just 1 second. All right, so here's the thing. You've already testified. I don't know why you're doing the 4 fingers to me.
No,
No, you were trying to say it's 4 hours from Eagle Pass. That's why, no, stop. That's why you were doing it. Your attorney has already questioned you. If he wants to recall you back, he's more than welcome to do that. But this is what needs to stop. He's questioning a witness. You're not on the witness stand. Do you understand? All right. So Deputy Mejia, can you just have him stand there so I can concentrate on what's being said here and his attorney can concentrate on questioning the officer?
This exchange right here is key. The defense is calling out the officer for bypassing the main judge and escalating the situation after hours. That could mean the warrant wasn't just automatic. It was a judgment call. And that raises serious questions. Was protocol followed, or was this overreach? This is where small decisions make massive legal consequences. Stay tuned, because this moment could define the entire case.
Officer, you may continue.
Yes. So do you know how far it is from Eagle Pass to San Antonio?
I know it's around 3.5. It's quite a drive. So I gave him a leeway of 4 hours.
And this was Memorial Day weekend, was it not? Did you consider the traffic flow on Memorial Day weekend on a Friday?
Yes, I did give him I opened up his schedule and I did give him enough time to travel. But that does not help. I did give him the schedule. I did my end. You told him not to go. Therefore, he got a warrant and a remand without bond.
Isn't it procedure that you send the violation report to the presiding judge
So
of the case?
after 4:30, I was no longer in office and it was transferred out to an on-call officer.
So you
So-
bypass it, you bypass the the presiding judge in the case and send it to a magistrate. Is that correct?
Due to after hours, since it was close to midnight when the officer had called him to confirm that he's no longer coming, it does go straight to a magistrate judge that is on call 24/7. I mean, not 24/7, but after hours.
All right, and just so everyone knows, I'm not available at midnight.
Well, that's my point, Judge.
Okay.
She's saying midnight, but she told him he had to be there by 8 o'clock. And she knew he wasn't coming by 8 o'clock. So why didn't she file a violation report before midnight?
I'm so sorry. Are you asking why I gave him more time than he should have to appear at the satellite department? Are you upset that I gave him more time?
No, my point is they're coming from Eagle Pass. You know he's a disabled vet. You know he has medical issues. You know they have financial issues. Yet you jumped on a warrant against him. Now, did you know the complaining witness was in jail? Yet you were so concerned about the complaining witness.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't know.
Sustained.
Well, Judge, it's in the report that she makes a big issue about the fact they couldn't contact the complaining witness.
All right, the objection is sustained.
All right.
It is I'm so sorry, Judge.
Any other questions?
One more question. Did you refer to me as a redneck?
No,
You didn't?
no, sir.
So if Miss Smith came in and said you didn't have a conversation with her, you didn't make any derogatory remarks about me, even though I would not take it as a derogatory remark?
I mean,
No,
some people get sunburned, I guess. Okay.
All right, never mind. Pass the witness.
Any other questions?
No.
All right, I just have a few. Any objections to me asking a few
No.
questions?